We recently reviewed the Lumio Vision 9 Mini LED TV, which proved to be a promising flagship from a new brand. As many of you requested, we are now done with our Lumio Vision 7 review, which is an even more competitively priced QLED option that promises similar goodness but for under Rs 40,000. Does it deliver? We'll find out in this review. To start with, the Lumio Vision 7 uses the same BOS processor as the Vision 9. This is actually a Realtek processor that's backed by almost 3GB RAM and around 16GB of storage, of which around 11GB is free for users. This is certainly a snappy TV and perhaps the snappiest we have experienced under 50K segment. So yes, Lumio's performance claims hold good. Now coming to the display, Lumio once again uses a very good quality IPS level panel with wide viewing angles. You get BD 2020 color coverage of 78% and BD 2020 color volume of 72%, which is really impressive. In the movie mode, we recorded 96% DCI-P3 coverage and 100% sRGB coverage. So essentially, the display used on the Vision 7 is capable of reproducing almost all colors intended for HDR and SDR content. We recorded a peak brightness of around 440 nits in the color-accurate movie mode, which is also above average in this segment, though not quite as impressive and stunning as what you'd get on the higher-end Vision 9. The native panel contrast stands at 1250:1, same as that we got on the Vision 9, but without a mini LED backlight, this falls a little short of what you'd get with VA panels. So our reading is that the Vision 7 uses a similar or the same IPS LCD display as the Vision 9, but without the mini LED backlight. Now let's talk about the display performance. We noticed that the movie mode did not have an accurate white point out of the box. This is a known bug that will be fixed in the upcoming OTA updates. For now, you can use the movie mode with color temperature set to standard or use the standard mode with brightness set to 100. That is if you prefer warm white point close to the industry standard D65. The TV has a very tight grayscale response with a delta error of just 1.9, which is to say that brightness is mapped correctly in SDR. As for color accuracy, we measured a delta error of 5.4 in SDR across our challenging color checker test, which is not very tight. This is because colors are slightly boosted even in the color accurate mode. This is noticeable in critical memory colors like skin tones and shades of green. Now, if you are not finicky about colors like us, you might actually prefer these oversaturated tones. The inconsistencies in colors are mostly noticeable when you place a more accurate screen side by side. The TV supports Dolby Vision and HDR10. In HDR, the color accuracy is better, but colors still feel a little boosted. The brightness tracks slightly higher than the reference, as is also noticeable from the PQ curve. This also means bright HDR highlights in certain scenes can feel burnt or clipped on this TV. In most of the usual content, the HDR impact in scenes with bright elements is noticeable, which is not something we usually get to say for TVs priced under 40K. Mixed HDR scenes are reproduced rather well. Performance in dark scenes is better than on Vision 9. Since there is no mini LED backlight, the related artifacts like crushed dark details are also not a problem. But we still noticed a blue tint more noticeable in dark SDR scenes. Motion felt best with motion enhancement settings set to low. The upscaling of legacy content is decent but not great, and we did notice some upscaling artifacts every now and then. Vision 7 offers powerful audio, but we'd recommend you first disable Dolby Atmos from the audio settings. The dialogue clarity on the Vision 7 is pretty good in complex scenes. The speakers are nicely tuned. Of course, for an immersive cinematic experience, you would need to invest in an external sound system. Coming to the design and build, the Lumio 7 feels solidly built and comes with a hardened plastic stand. The bezels are narrow and not distracting. The usual connectivity ports you'd need are present on the TV, and they are a bit on the inside as compared to Vision 9, where they were closer to the edge. The bundle remote is stocky and unique. It doesn't scream premium, but it is very comfortable to use. Most of the buttons I frequently need are positioned well. As with every new brand, service is a concern. Lumio assures that from the day one, the brand has 300 plus pan-India service centers operational, and they're offering a 2-year comprehensive warranty as well. Now this part remains the same as the Vision 9, so I'll quickly brush over it. The software is clean Android 11, and the standout feature is Lumio's TLDR app, which curates trending music playlists and scorecards from popular scoring events. As I mentioned in my Vision 9 review, the TLDR app feels like a thoughtful addition with plenty of potential to evolve in useful and interesting ways. Casting and screen mirroring work flawlessly with Android phones, though Apple AirPlay is not supported. As for gaming, this TV covers the basics but doesn't go beyond that. You get a 60Hz refresh rate and ALLM. If you're a serious gamer, TVs in this segment with 120Hz or 144Hz accelerated refresh rates will deliver a noticeably smoother experience. So how do all these results add up in light of the competitive price of Rs 39,990? Well, we'd certainly recommend this as an option to buy. It has its flaws, but these are shortcomings that also affect most other affordable TVs. Nevertheless, it offers some unique advantages like wide color gamut, snappy performance hardware, and a picture mode with near accurate grayscale and white point. It should also appeal to consumers who prefer slightly saturated color tones. At the same time, we are left with the lingering feeling that this one is not quite as disruptive as the Vision 9. That's it from us guys, and if you have more questions, shoot them in the comment section below. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. We'll be back with more soon.